What is it, just about midnight. Worked over in the engine assembly plant today, and then I popped into the fab shop tonight and had to do a little bit of grinding and cutting. There was a tube in here that had to get removed for the fuel tank. This is one of our earlier test cars that we're updating everything. We're running as many cars as we can down the assembly line, getting this process all started. And this was a really good car. It just needs to come back apart, get all the updated modifications, door jams, stuff that everybody knows about, things we've done. But really stoked with where we're at on the process. I got robots running over here. Got a couple ladies running this one. I'll slide over and show you that. Lots and lots and lots of tubes here. Plates, bumpers. She's running the robot over here. This is the rear tailgate support. And lots of cool stuff going on. There you go. All right, I'll try to get back in there here in a second. When she says it's clear again for me, and I'll see if I can get the robot welding for you. Things are cool though. A lot of fun. Learned a lot about manufacturing, how to speed up processes. Working with my boy Dave here. David, I'm on live. Told him I'm working with you. Been going through the process and getting it all going. So it's been fun. You know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff that we have to pay attention to, and you know, stuff that we get away with in the off-road industry, where it's, hey, you know, I'll touch that up or do a little modification. If it's not done in the tooling, it really throws the whole rest of the line off. So we can't make any mistakes anywhere. So a lot of stuff has been changed since people saw Sand Sports a year ago. Our quality of weld quality is way up. Very impressed with what they're doing. And remember, we are going to have factories, multiple factories, to build these cars. You know, we've got it right now today. We need to build, just to catch up, we got to build 67 cars a day. And every day we delay, we get more opportunities, more things open, different countries open, and we sell more cars, which means we have to build more cars per day, which is a pretty crazy thing. You know, we started off with hey, we'll build 500 of these and 500 of those. But, you know, it changed. It got bigger. So I'll show you what's going on here. Here's some weld. Everybody will say, okay, why are you messing around with this chassis? This chassis has, obviously, we got a lot of humidity here, so gets a little bit of surface rust on it. These cars do get sandblasted before anything gets painted. But check out these welds. Production car welds. Clean. Had to put a structure in here when we go to the weld fixture, so that when we do this, the car doesn't shrink up when we go in and hit some of these weld processes. But you know, steering column welds. And this is trophy truck stuff here. This is not UTV stuff. This right here is our A-post support bar. That right there is very important. Very important that we get that right for safety. We got a forged lower receiver here. It has some lits on it. This is where the front bulkhead plugs in. We do have our bulkhead assemblies up and running. They plug on pretty much complete. A-arms on them, sway bars, steering racks. So it makes it one unit, plugs on like 7 items at one time, which allows us to set up sub-assemblies, which allows us to honestly be faster in the assembly line. So, like I said, it's going and it's real. You know, those are beautiful welds. Those are up to my specs. Like I said, there's a lot of different things going on. This is our final weld fixture over here. This is the one where all the stuff goes together. So this is like a tilt-up building. The car gets built over here. It runs down this little quick robot assembly line, and all of our sub-assemblies pop on here. Yes, there's bolts and little pins and stuff. That's what we have to have. And they just get slapped in, and we run right down the line right here. And it runs down this assembly. These 4 robots glue the rest of it together. I'll take you guys over to the other side where we're building some suspension. And yes, it is 12 o'clock. We're on shift 2. And we're going to probably have to fire this place up 7 days a week, 3 shifts just to catch up. It's been fun. It's a big process. It's a lot of learning for me. You know, we've designed cars before. We've been involved in the manufacturing, but I'm not trying to do just one thing. You know, we went all the way to shocks, tires, wheels, worked with ECUs with M-Tron, did our own turbo system with Push. Pretty much designed an engine from scratch that can run at, you know, 9,000 RPM. This is a very high performance engine. I'm walking over here to where the suspension fixtures are, and there's a bunch of suspension over here that is sitting on the side. These will be for some of our other products just to play with, but these are all test parts here. These are parts that we worked on in the robot, and we just worked on it. If it gets a little flawed, we throw it out. And like this one here, you can see got splatter down in here, goes in the junk pile. You know, look at these welds on these A-arms. These are all good. These are all scrap parts. These aren't parts that we're going to use. Over here, the guys are working on other fixtures. We're basically plugging pieces together, walking down to where they're doing some trailing arms, trailing arm buckets. There's a bunch of sub-assemblies. So these are the acceptable ones. I showed you the ones that weren't acceptable. Now I'm going to show you A-arms, trailing arms that are in the process of being acceptable, okay? These are all brand new, clean plates, 4130. Look at these welds, boys. Check that out. Absolutely beautiful. The guys are doing an awesome job. Very little splatter, very little BBs. Normally you don't see from a manufacturer below the powder coat. You see on top of powder coat. Here we've showed you the whole process all the way along. So look at those. These are, I would put our production parts up against everybody's aftermarket high performance parts. I don't care, it's HCR, you know, Brian, any of my friends that are in the industry building suspension components. Our production parts that you would have to if you bought a Polaris, you know, our production parts. Trailing arm plates, very cool here. We are not laser cutting our parts. If you look, there's no color discoloration. These are all stamped. They put our cool little keyways in them. These are all stamped, one shot. We're doing 3 of these at a time, but there's no crystallization on the outsides. So if you look here, this has not been laser cut. This is a 4130 stamping that does this. That's the only way we can get our production costs down low enough to be able to do this. No, not all of our parts are American made. They're American designed, American engineered, American tested with a lot of experience. I have let you guys see way more and answer way too many more questions compared to any of my competitors. Please tell me when you've walked in a Polaris or Can-Am factory, seen what's going on behind the scenes. I've shared it all with you guys. I appreciate your support, appreciate you believing in me, and we're here, we're close to the finish line. Things are happening, so peace out, have a good night. Thank you very much. See you. Yeah, okay, here, hold on. I'm still live, I guess. I was trying to shut off. These are all of our buckets. These are all of our parts. These are lower A-arms going together. You know, a while ago, I saw Andy McMillan. I think he had like 6 or 8 lower A-arms put together. Imagine having to build 30,000 lower A-arms. All structured. If you've seen inside of like a Mason truck or inside my trophy trucks or somebody like Kibitech, these are inside of our A-arms. This is the inside structure. We got this really cool sliding boss here that allows the shock to slide in. It tensions over. Really clean parts. Obviously all of our keyways. And I don't know if you saw, but we weld all this structure up and then we stick it in the fixture to pick up the pivot points, because as it welds, we all know it pulls just a little bit. Yeah, let me just I'll see if I can just pop up here and show you guys around a little bit. I'm gonna stand on top of this forklift give you guys just a little idea of what this looks like of fixtures and tooling. All right, inside here, this is behind me. This is all the tooling. This is not only for my car, this is for a lot of cars. Over here behind, you see David here, and then look down that hallway. Look how big that is. All robots, lots of stuff happening. These guys have been a wonderful partner. They've opened up their facility to us. They allow us to have input. Obviously, we designed it. We work together. We collaborate on ideas, how to make things better, how to make them faster, how to be smarter about it. And it's just been a lot of fun. I continue to walk through here. I tried to shut off a couple minutes ago. It's loud. I'm sorry I'm yelling, but it's I'm afraid you're not able to hear. Over here is in the seat frame department. They're building the back seat frames. Another robot station. This is the rear roll. Actually, this is the top rungs. This is the top roll cage. This is the left side. I told you we stand these things up like a tilt up. So this would be the left side, the driver's side roll cage section. If you look here, look at the weld, nice and clean, all tidy, plugged in. Fixtures are beautiful, all air actuated fixtures. All right, thank you. I'm glad you can hear me. Appreciate that. I won't yell. I'm losing my voice. Over here, another one. In here, clean. I mean, these are two passes that go down through here. It's an 8-post support fixture. It ties in. If you've seen some of the Hondas, some of the Kawasaki's, some of the Polarises, when you have frontal roof impact, they crash down in on the driver. That right there gives us a little bit more structure. So as I said, these things are done in tilt-ups. This over here is a pretty cool thing, the way David's kind of pointing me in different directions, but we've got a front clip over here, and the whole front clip is built in one fixture, and then it goes over to that robot station where it gets assembled together. Here it is right here. It's got our brake support in it. It's sitting upside down right now, so it'll kind of look a little weird, but here's our brake pedal master spindle assembly. It's all in double shear. All of our brakes are in double shear. All of our brake pedals are in double shear. Pretty much everything is lined up in double shear, but I'm letting you look underneath. This is underneath the plastic, the stuff that you normally don't see. Nice welds here, all clean. Yes, we leave our corners open a little bit because remember, this thing, guys are gonna go mudding with these things and get a lot of mud in them. This guy over here is setting up this fixture. It's about 95 degrees here tonight, very, very hot. And then right here, look at these welds. This is the front shock fixture. Look at that gap right there, nice and clean. I would say that's no more than about 60 thou. And you look at this one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 tubes intersection right here, a plate and 4 tubes. Very strong, very structured right here in the left front shock mount. There you go, there's some more welds. We have really, really focused. I know everybody ripped us up last year about our welds. That's probably one of the things that took us the longest, is to get it to the trophy truck standard, something that is, you know, speed standard, basically what people expect from products like us. So this is all inside. You're not seeing any bird shit welds anymore, okay? No, there's not any bolts welded into it, okay? Like I said, that bolt fell in on a fixture. I show you how these things are built on the side, and everybody kind of laughed at me last year when I told you that. I just showed you over there on the front 8-post support how it was like a tilt-up. It lays on the side, we build it down, we stand it up, and then we weld it there. Hey Ryan, how you doing, buddy? I just talking about you about the lower A-arms, you know, the stuff that you guys show and the way we build, you know, high performance, either pre-runners or trophy trucks. Our production UTV has those same parts, and it comes standard. You don't have to go to an aftermarket accessory company to get it done. All right, so this is it, front fixture. We'll plug these on. The cool thing about this front fixture, Diablo, Bandit, El Jefe, all the same front parts. Everything all the way to the back of the front doors are the same on all 3 cars. Everything from the, let's call it D-post backwards, where the fuel tank is, and the back seat, that's all the same in all 3 cars, all the way backwards, except for we extended the bed just a little bit longer for to have a pickup truck bed, a little bit longer bed. Yeah, I know, I've been here for a few months. Hair's flat. Like I said, it's hot. It's hot. Like I said, a love my partners. Got a bunch of good stuff going on, and it's fun. So, peace out. Have a good night or a good day.